It is my great honor to welcome you to our college graduation ceremony.
Everyone say overpriced education.
Well, just like out of the movie Post-Grad, whether it was recent or several years ago, it's not a question that college is a pricey investment, and most turn to those student loans to try to get through school.
Yeah, in fact, 70% of students that graduated from a four-year college in 2012 had at least some student loan debt.
But once you're out, the big question is, how do you balance paying off your loan and start saving for your retirement at the same time? Joe Bert is joining us this morning for today's Money Monday, the Oracle of Orlando. Great to see you, Joe.
Good morning, Amy.
All right, so let's talk first of all about how big the problem is and really why it has gotten so big, because just about everybody you talk to has student loan debt these days.
Well, it's a $1 trillion problem. In fact, Amy, the student loan problem is bigger than the real estate bubble. And the reason being is because just like when we had the real estate bubble, the money is easy to get. All you have to do is sign, you're going to college, and now the colleges are in an arms race. If you look at what's going on around the country about the dorms that they're building with all the luxuries they have, new facilities, colleges are after the money, and the money's easy to get, and that's why we have a problem.
Well, sure, because they pass on those expenses to the kids and their parents, really.
You got it.
Okay, so what do? You've just graduated from college, you have a mountain of student loan debt, and you're working for a good company, and they're like, look, we've got this great 401k plan. What do you do?
Well, it takes discipline, and that's the key to financial success. The first thing you want to do is be sure if you have a 401k, if your company has a match, you want to at least take advantage of the match. Oftentimes they'll match 100% of the first 3% that you put in. You want to get that because that is free money. Then what you do is, because you probably have a limited budget, then start looking at what other debt you have, and then usually the biggest debt that you have is the student loan.
When should you start tackling that student loan debt? Should you start right away? Just do the best you can with it?
Well, first of all, you have to maintain your current payments on it. Otherwise, you're going to get into financial trouble and ruin your credit. You have to make those payments. It might be the minimum payment. So what you want to do is look at what your other debt is. You have other credit cards you're carrying around. If you have higher interest rate credit cards, start whittling those down, but continue making that student loan debt because it's not going to be forgiven.
All right, so based on this way of thinking, you can prioritize where your student loan payoff should sort of fit into your overall plan. Is that right?
That's correct. Look at first of all, get that free money on the 401k, then look at what your other debt is. If you have high interest rate credit cards, focus on those, but you also have to make that student loan debt. You want to prioritize based on what the interest rates are.
All right, it sure is a fascinating subject. It impacts so many people.
Sure
Joe
does.
Bert, the Oracle of Orlando, Certified Financial Group. Always great to talk to you. Thanks, Joe.
You too, Amy. Thanks.
All right.